Hello students, today we will be dealing with fire extinguishers. Basically, these fire extinguishers are defined as the device that we use to put off fire. So here in this part we will be dealing with all different kind of devices that we use to put off fire generally. Now before we start dealing with different devices or different fire extinguisher, first of all we are to deal that what is the principle on which these fire extinguisher works. So basically these fire extinguisher works on two principle, and the very first out of these two is these fire extinguisher they lowers the temperature of the combustible substance below the ignition temperature. As we know that for the burning or for the combustion of any substance, a minimum temperature is required, and this minimum temperature is called ignition temperature. Such as if I talk about red phosphorus, then it catches fire only at the temperature at 260 degrees centigrade or more than this. If this red phosphorus is in burning condition or it has catched fire, now if by any cause or anything, if I lowers the temperature of this red phosphorus below the temperature 260 degrees centigrade, now at this condition this red phosphorus will put off or it will stop burning. Since the minimum temperature for the burning is 260 degrees centigrade, so the very first principle for the fire extinguisher is by lowering the temperature below the ignition temperature, we can put off the fire. So this is the very first principle on which these fire extinguisher works. The second principle that is used by these fire extinguishers to put off fire is, as we know that for the combustion process oxygen is required as a necessary substance. In the absence of oxygen, combustion cannot take place. So if a combustible material which is burning, if we cut off the supply of oxygen from this combustible material by covering this combustible substance from anything, so in this condition, when this combustible substance is not getting the supply of oxygen, then due to the lack of oxygen or due to the absence of oxygen, this combustible material will stop burning. So the second thing what we can use to put off fire is by removing this supply of oxygen. And now we will be dealing with a different kind of fire extinguisher which uses either out of these two principles to put off the fire. And the very first fire extinguisher that we are to deal with is water. As we all know that this water is so commonly used fire extinguisher. Now if I talk about that how this water put off fire. So as we spray water on any combustible material, when this water is sprayed on this combustible material, then due to the heat produced by the combustion process, this water which is in liquid state is converted into water vapor. And for this process, it takes heat from this combustible material or from the environment. As we know that water has very high specific heat, so it absorbs a lots of heat from this combustible material, and if by absorbing this heat, the temperature of this combustible material lowers than its ignition temperature, then this fire can be put off by using water. Or the another thing that water does here is when this water liquid is converted into water vapor, then these water vapors they surrounds this combustible material and they makes a envelope around this. As these water vapors surrounds this combustible material, then they do not come this oxygen gas to come in contact with this combustible material, and again due to the lack of oxygen or due to the limited supply of oxygen, this combustible material will stop burning finally. So that is how this water puts off fire. Now we will be talking about the limitation of this fire extinguisher. This water can be used to put off the ordinary fire which is caused due to the burning of wood or which is caused due to the burning of plastic, but this water cannot be used to put off the fire caused by oil. As we know that this water being heavier than oil, when we spray this water on oil, it will sink down and the resultant oil comes out and it will continuous burning. Like if I talk about this condition, so this is the oil which is in the burning condition now. As we spray water on this, so by spraying water, it is heavier than water and now it will settle down at the bottom. And as it settles down at the bottom, so now it is not in the contact of this burning oil, and since it is not in the contact of burning oil, so it will not absorb heat from this oil. So this oil will keep on burning at the upper layer of this water. So the very first limitation is it is not used to put off the fire caused by oil. And the second limitation associated with the use of this fire extinguisher is if I talk about the fire which is caused by electricity. So as we know that impure water can conduct electricity. If the fire is there due to the combustion of electrical appliances which are in work, so when we use water to put off the fire here, that may result in the electrocution of the person involved. So if the fire is caused by electricity, again we do not use or we cannot use this water as fire extinguisher. That is about the principle and the limitation associated with this fire extinguisher. Now we will be dealing with the second kind of fire extinguisher, that is soda acid fire extinguisher. In this type of fire extinguisher, we use carbon dioxide gas to put off fire. As we spray this carbon dioxide on a combustible material, then since this carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air, this carbon dioxide gas has the vapor density equals to 22, while air has the vapor density 14.4. Then in this condition, when this carbon dioxide is sprayed over this combustible material, then it covers and makes the envelope around this. And since air is lighter than this, so now this oxygen cannot penetrate this layer of carbon dioxide and it doesn't come in the contact of this combustible material. As this oxygen gas doesn't come in the contact of combustible material, then due to the absence of oxygen, which is the supporter of combustion, here the fire can be put off. And now here to produce this carbon dioxide gas, we use baking soda, that is sodium bicarbonate. When this sodium bicarbonate is reacted with sulfuric acid, H2SO4, now as we know, then when a reaction of metal bicarbonate occurs with acid, by the reaction carbon dioxide gas is evolved as the confirmed product with the formation of molecule of water, and here a salt is also formed. The formula of this salt is Na2SO4. The reaction will be in the balanced form. 2 molecules of sodium bicarbonate will react to give 2 molecules of water and 2 molecules of carbon dioxide gas will be evolved. Here this carbon dioxide gas evolved can be used to put off fire according to the principle that we have discussed above. Now if I talk about this apparatus, so it is not so that this carbon dioxide can be formed only by reacting these two kind of reactants. Any metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, when react with acid, the resultant is carbon dioxide gas that can be used to put off fire. But commercially we use these two kinds of reactants, and these two reactants when used to put off fire, then this kind of fire extinguisher is called soda acid fire extinguisher. Now if I talk about this apparatus, that what is the structure of this apparatus, then in this apparatus basically a bottle is there which contains this sodium bicarbonate. At the top of this bottle, the another bottle is taken and that is made by glass. It is a glass bottle which contains sulfuric acid H2SO4. This glass bottle is connected with a nozzle that uh, comes outside, and this nozzle is also made by material glass. When we are to use this soda acid fire extinguisher, then this glass nozzle is stuck on a hard surface. Being the material is glass, this nozzle breaks down, and as this nozzle breaks, the bottle which is connected with this nozzle is also breaks. Now, as this glass bottle breaks, so the liquid sulfuric acid, it drops down into the bigger bottle, and now when it comes in the contact of sodium bicarbonate, by the reaction carbon dioxide is formed, which is evolved out and further used to put off fire. So that is about soda acid fire extinguisher, that there we are using carbon dioxide gas to put off fire. As we have seen that this carbon dioxide gas can be used to put off fire, but if this carbon dioxide gas comes with high pressure, then in this condition this kind of fire extinguisher can be used to put off the disastrous fires also. And here we will be using the same principle in our next fire extinguisher, that is foam type fire extinguisher. In this foam type fire extinguisher, this carbon dioxide gas exerts with a high pressure and comes out in the form of foam. Since it comes out in the form of foam, so it is in high stable form and it covers the combustible material for a long time. To produce this carbon dioxide in the form of foam, here we take two reactants, and the very first reactant is aluminium sulfate with the formula Al2SO4 whole thrice. When this aluminium sulfate is reacted with sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3, by the reaction of these two, one carbon dioxide gas is evolved. The another product is aluminium hydroxide with the formula AlOH whole thrice, and a salt is also formed there, that is sodium sulfate Na2SO4. The reaction will be in the balanced form when we will be taking 6 molecules of sodium bicarbonate. By this reaction, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of aluminium hydroxide will be there. So here this carbon dioxide gas is formed, and this carbon dioxide gas, it exerts with a high pressure. To make this carbon dioxide in stable form and to cover the combustible material for a long, here we use the organic substance saponin. This saponin makes the carbon dioxide comes out in the form of foam, and as it comes out in the form of foam, so this type of fire extinguisher is called foam type fire extinguisher. This fire extinguisher helps to put off the fire very fast, and this fire extinguisher is generally used to put off those fires which are caused by burning oil, or this fire extinguisher is used at petrol pumps or at the fuel tanks where the fire is caused. Now we will be dealing with the next type of fire extinguisher, and this next type of fire extinguisher is carbon tetrachloride. This carbon tetrachloride has the formula CCl4, and commercially it is also known as pyrene. This pyrene exists basically in gaseous state, but at a very high pressure it is converted into liquid state. Now when this carbon tetrachloride or pyrene is kept stored in a bottle, in buildings we can use this kind of bottle. Now further, when you are to use this carbon tetrachloride, or this bottle is sprayed with the nozzle, by spraying this carbon tetrachloride comes out in the form of gas or vapor, and as it comes out in the form of gas, then again being heavier than air, it covers the combustible material, and as it covers the combustible material, it doesn't let the oxygen come in the contact of this combustible substance, and by this fire can be put off. So these are the fire extinguisher that we use to put off fire, and this carbon tetrachloride basically it is used to put off the fire caused by electricity.